How's it going, guys, and welcome to RC Cincy. Today we have a drone from Sharper Image. This is the fly-and-drive drone. It has a few key features such as 180-degree blade guards. It does have auto orientation, flight control, gyro stabilized, of course, assisted landing. It does have lights built in, USB rechargeable for the drone itself, rechargeable battery. Let's quickly go through kind of the sides. Dual function land. Of course, replaceable props, 2.4 gigahertz technology, so it gives you quite a bit of range. And then, of course, it's kind of some of the similar information kind of regurgitated. Of course, the lights, replaceable blades like we mentioned. So not a bad looking controller. Decent sized drone as well. I feel like these bigger ones are a lot easier to see. The guards don't look bad on it. I'm not sure if they're removable, to be honest with you. Does have wheels, and it looks like one of the wheels is steerable, so that may be interesting to see how this is to control. And without further ado, we did pick this up at where was it at? Is it Trader? Not Trader. Ollies. That's what it was. Ollies, and it was originally, I want to say 30. When I first seen this, it was more, but we picked it up for $39.99, but they had a 15% off sale, so only paid $32.99 for this. I feel like this is definitely under a $40 drone. I think would be fair, somewhere under 40. I wouldn't honestly probably pay more than 40 because there's quite a few different variants out there of drones. So let's go ahead and unpackage this bad boy. Wow, range is 250 and altitude is 100. Not bad at all. So let's go ahead and open this up. We've not opened this. Of course, we're probably gonna have to charge it and get everything ready, and then we'll have to do a video outside. So without further ado, let's get the instructions. Ooh, I like the controller. The controller looks different than the picture. No, it's the same. I'm silly. So it just gives you the content. You're supposed to get some spare props, a charger wire, some spare screws, a controller. You are going to need 4 AA's for the transmitter. And I think this unfolds. Wow, big old nice instruction manual. So it just tells you how to install the batteries, how to change the props if you need to do so. And it looks like all the buttons are labeled, which I absolutely love. Gives you some troubleshooting. Not a bad idea to kind of look through this manual just to make sure you're not missing anything. And then, of course, the control functions, which way it goes, calibration, driving modes, which we'll kind of figure that out together outside, and flying modes. So not bad at all. I may look over this while it's charging just to have an idea. So in the contents, let's go ahead and look through the spare props. Not spare prop, but the spare parts. So it looks like we do get another full set of blades, kind of important in case you wreck it. That way you don't have to worry about it not being able to fly. You also get a USB recharger. Looks like a plug-in. I was hoping it would be a removable battery. It may still be removable, look, but this just does plug in, and it does charge at, so it's a single cell 750 milliamp charger. Not sure the capacity in there is probably at least 500, I would imagine, power only. And then a little bag of screws, I guess, when you're changing the props. If you happen to lose your screws, don't worry. They give you some included, so that's a really nice touch. So there's that. And then, of course, the transmitter itself. It does give you this little certificate telling you not to return it back to the store. They really can't help you. Sharper Image is pretty good about getting you parts, repairs, warranties, all that fun stuff. So you could definitely go to their website or call their number. Gives you all the information right there. Should come with every single one. And it says read the manual, visit the website to kind of figure out frequently asked questions, which is completely understandable. It's not your typical drone. So everything is labeled. So you have a line, not sure what that's for. Land, so I guess that's how you fly. Land, maybe, if I had to guess. Spin trim, so if it's not trimmed correctly. Of course, you have forward, left, back, right for trim functionality. Your power button, it is not altitude hold, so you have to fly it yourself, which I kind of like. Throttle management, very important. Of course, you have yaw and throttle. This side you have roll, pitch forward, pitch back, roll right, roll left. You are going to need a screwdriver to access the panel, so not bad. And then the main event. Here is the drone. I was hoping this battery popped out. We may do, if this is a nice vehicle, we may do a modification and try to get the battery out. So it plugs in right there, single cell. Not sure the capacity yet. We'll try to figure that out. Plugs in right there. You do have an off and on switch, and you do have lights. Looks like, yep, white. The front is white, the back is red. Little blue LED light indicating that it is on. Let's turn it off for a second. Do get these 180 guards. They look like they do not come off, which is fine. Not a bad idea. Nice part is you could kind of bounce off a wall without immediately hitting that and then crashing. So it kind of has its perk. Nice big wide stance. That should be very stable. Plenty of room. I guarantee there's a decent sized battery in there. I'm curious if you can pop this panel off somehow and get to the battery. This is going to be very lightweight. So there's the LED lights from underneath. Little foam tires to help take the impact and roll. You do have steering. See that? So you have steering when you're on the ground, so you can control while you're on the ground. You're not just shoving the car back and forth. So that's a nice touch that it does have steerable front. Geared big coreless motor. You know, pretty straightforward there. Some of them are harder to fly than others. I know Sharper Image did an orange one I had on the channel. I didn't go too far in depth with that one. I think this one's much larger. Not sure if it's newer or older than the other one. You know, I think this should be decent. You know, 3.7 volts should be enough for this size of a drone. About as big as really they get for that voltage. I'm not sure if you can trim or adjust these. You can see the little linkage to a little servo or a little coreless motor that turns it. So yeah, pretty straightforward. The motors, is this geared? Yes, it is. Geared little motors, just a little screwdriver hole to remove the prop. So not bad at all. So all in all, the lights look decent on it. They're nice and bright, especially the underneath of the lights are very bright. You can kind of see them shining through the top of it. So when it's flying up above you, there's definitely going to be easy to tell orientation because it does look very similar front and back. And just remember the blue light is on the back and the charger is on the back. Off and on switch is on the bottom. So not too bad. I think this will roll pretty decent. Let's see if it rolls. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Is the back motor geared? Yeah, so they even geared the back wheels. So it actually really drive from the back wheels. So you can hear, oh, I hear the noise. You can hear that it's geared. It's not a free spinning wheel like this one. You can actually hear that it's geared. So it's not going to be the blades driving it. It's actually going to be the motor in the back and then the steering. So the blades probably won't even be on, which will be kind of cool because you can just drive it, all of a sudden hit the button, and take off while you're driving. I think that would be cool, like landing and taking off while you're driving. So this may be a fun little vehicle. I am going to have to end up doing some in-depth kind of like beginner drone videos because there's been a lot of questions about drones, and I need to get into specifics, all the different types and how they behave and how to work them. Honestly, they can be confusing and they're not as easy as everyone thinks to fly. The altitude hold ones are much easier, but these ones where you control do throttle management, I think that's the way to learn, in my opinion. So there you have it, guys. We'll throw this bad boy on the charger really quickly. We'll get some batteries in the transmitter and then we'll see how she does. We'll be right back as soon as it's done. Okay, so we've had the drone on the charger for almost 2 hours and I did not see the light come on, so I figured, you know, maybe it's a typo or something. Maybe the light's supposed to be on, then turn off. Maybe it was charged a little bit. Not 100% sure. But when we try to test it, after like maybe 1 or 2 minutes, not even a minute of drive time, the lights start flashing in low battery. So I'm thinking the connector itself is either bad where it's making a connection, something's not right. So unfortunately, I wanted to open this anyways, just to see what kind of battery it has in it, see if it's possible for upgrades. And going from the bottom is just an absolute pain in the butt because there's tons of these little screws. The shell would come in half, some of the stuff would fall out, the gears, the motors, and just no way to go about it. So I decided to cut the top, make it a convertible. So you can literally, see if I can get this, pull up and access the main board. Now I didn't do much to get it to work. To be honest with you, all I did is take a screwdriver, take 2 screws off, pop this board off. There were 2 black little supports across. I removed those, removed the battery, cut the wire, heat shrinked a new connector on to this side. And then of course we did the same thing for the actual battery. So the battery in this drone is a 800 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. So it's a single cell 800 milliamp. I decided AGST because I love this connector and I have a ton of these batteries. So all you have to do is literally pop the top, remove that stuff. Make sure you don't smash in these little wires. Make sure they're out of the way. Simply slide the battery. Which way did it go? I can't remember which way I had it going in here. There you go. Slide the battery in here, back towards the center. There's a little tab up there. Make sure it's up against there. And it will stay just fine for a flight. And then, of course, connect it. So let's pull this out. But the good part is, me being in this hobby, I have tons of these 800 milliamps. So I literally have a 5-pack, which one of them is used for my Sky ID, for my bigger planes when I go fly at parks. Because if it's not a designated FAA area, you will now need a Sky ID. Spectra makes it. And I use one of those batteries for that. So I have 4 of these. And then I also have my 800 milliamp single cell Spectrum batteries that I use for the Twin Otter. Now, I bought these like this. I bought these multi-chargers as well, because you're going to need to be able to charge these batteries. You can get this multi-charger, which has 5 leads and the adapters. So you can technically use these batteries for other drones, just because they come with this little fun adapter here. So you could use them for other drones as well. They all charge at once, all 5. Like I said, the other one's in the other room. And then I made a wire so I could charge these ones. So they could charge on this one as well. And then I found a couple more of these. So this is a 4-prong connector. That's a 5-prong connector. So they're basically the same thing, just one can charge more than the other. I think I paid 20 bucks, like $20 or $21 for the charger and 5 batteries. So you can't beat that deal. If you really like this drone, I definitely recommend doing this modification. Now, if your drone charges fine, that's fine. You know, you don't have to do this. But if for some reason it's not charging right, or you're having issues with it, or you really enjoy this drone and you want to modify it and make it to where you simply just pop in another battery to go fly, then that's cool, because now I have 6, 7 batteries I could use. Technically 8, I have another one in the other room that I could use for this drone. Now I'm curious if these have a better, I think these are all 30C. Yeah, these are 30C. Not sure if these ones are that high. These ones may be 20 or 25. So it may even get a little more punch. But I am gonna probably fly it on the factory battery for the maiden flight. We're gonna drive it. Further looking at this, it is gonna have back drive motors and of course first steering, so you can literally drive it and then take off. Now the cool part is, if you cut it much neater, I was kind of in a hurry, you can cut this very clean, kind of like this side is, not like this side. And if you can do a little tab, a twist tab, that sticks out with a screw, and then it twists, unlocks, and then you can pull this out, or whatever. You can just do this. Like, it honestly stays just fine. It actually worked out pretty good. that it's really flexible plastic, so it's not the end of the world. Even put a little piece of tape, whatever, you know. There's a million ways of mounting that. So what we'll do now that I addressed it, I just wanted to share this information with you guys. Like I said, you can get a bad connector, a bad charger. You know, maybe somewhere in here is one of these wires is bad that charges the battery. Not 100% sure, but it can happen. I'm sure I'm not the only one that this happens. So just in case you have modifications, or if you really like this, you're capable of modifying it. All I literally use is a sharp razor to cut this, a little bit of heat shrink, because I prefer not to solder if I don't have to. Heat shrink here, and of course the JST connector. And then you're going to need a JST charger for this battery now that it's no longer plugged into the drone. So if you have other drones that use these batteries, or you could just simply buy them with a multi-charger like I did. So there you have it. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get this thing out. We do have some batteries in the transmitter. As you can see, it's working. Everything else is working just fine. So we'll get this out and fly it, but I really wanted to address this. So we'll see you guys outside. Okay, so we put a battery in it. We're outside. We're gonna drive it first, and then we're gonna fly in the back. So let's go ahead and turn the drone on. Set it down. I know, buddy. Let's see, red is the back. So we'll face it that way. Turn on transmitter. You have to go up, down. It'll beep twice, meaning it's bound. You see the props are spinning. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive it. So all you need is the right-hand side to drive it. So you got forward, you got back, you got right, and you got left. It's not the sharpest turning drone, but it does turn. Whoa. It actually dips for a little drone, don't it, honey? It's not bad for a little. You gotta think, it's not. It's more for flying than it is. Man, it does need a little trim. Did it almost burn out? It scoots. I'm not even able to get its full top speed, so not bad at all. Definitely can drive. The smoother the surface, obviously the better. This one's kind of rough. Doggy wants to get it. He sees it. So that's pretty much it for the driving. Let's go ahead and go to the backyard. We'll fly. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's be cool about it. So, there we go. It is flying. It isn't the most powerful drone. It's a little heavy, but there's the yaw rate. That's the yaw rate right there. Full forward. Full back. It's got some decent power. Not bad. It's actually pretty stable considering its size. Here's the full punch out, full throttle. So we can go 100 feet high and 250 feet away. I'm coming back down now. That's why it has foam wheels. The wheels are foam. It makes sense in case it drops out of the sky. And then you can be like, skirt. And then fly. And then get tangled up in your mic wire. But this is a fun little drone. I could see why people like this drone. So you can like go forward and then take off. So you can drive then fly. Since it's two separate sticks. So you can incorporate the two. So you could be, going forward, right? Like you're landing, going forward, right? And all of a sudden, You kill the throttle, and then you drive away. So that's kind of a cool touch. You can do some cool stuff with this. I could already see it. Oh, I'm using the wrong stick. So you gotta remember, the left side is for flying, right side is for driving. Simple as that. And it does have a land button, so let's see if it works. So we'll hit the land button. Landed. Landed a little hard, popped my top. Let's go ahead and pop that back down. There we go, we landed. We've been driving quite a bit, haven't we, and flying. Not bad. So I could definitely see this lasting a while. It is 800 milliamp, and especially now that we have that connector, we can literally fly for hours. Whoa, almost lost it there. There we go. I'm just gonna fly out a little bit, test the range a little bit. That's full forward, so if there's a heavy wind, watch it, because it takes a while. I mean, you can give it more gas, but it's gonna climb too, so just beware of that. You gotta find that balance of gas and rotation. Let's see. See if I can do a smooth landing. Ah, it doesn't have a lot of punch. See, it takes a while to catch itself. So remember, you got to give yourself. Well, that's why it also has foam tires, because it can take the bounce. It's not bad, like it did. It's not bad. This is a rough road too, and it's scooting. What if you could fly going backwards and then hit it forward? Oh, hold on. Let's watch this. Dun, 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 we're driving. Hold on, let me back up. I'm gonna drive and then take off. Hold on. Pull forward and then take off. It's kind of cool, and it's very stable. Like, watch how comfortable I feel with this. I'll fly right into the tree line very comfortably. Like, that's how you know you got a comfortable drone. Like, if you can fly out, come back nice and look how smooth that is. Like, that's another thing. This isn't a fast drone. This is a great drone. Let's get out of here because my dog will get it. Let's land for a second. This is a great learning drone, because you're learning throttle management. It isn't too punchy. Don't fly it in the wind, obviously. It isn't too punchy. You can drive it. You can do cool stuff like drive and fly, you know, and you can take off at a moment's notice. And watch, hold on. Like, most drones, when you wreck into a wall, they fall. Like, watch. Boom, hit the wall. Hit that, hit that. Still flying. Watch. Ain't gonna hurt it. Boom, bounce off the wall. It's not immediately falling down because the blades got stopped like most drones. That's why there's guards on this one. You know, and then you can fly away like it's nothing. Turn around. You know what I thought about? When you're flying, let's say you're flying, right? Hold on, I want to see something. Let's say you're flying, right? When you hit forward, does the wheels go forward? Oh, it knows it's flying. See how the wheels are not turning or doing anything when you're flying? So it's taking the power and putting it all to the motors. Geared cordless motors. It could use a higher punch battery. Maybe like a high voltage single cell, like those high voltage single cells, those HVs. Not that it's bad. Oh, lights are finally flashing. Where are we at?
8 minutes, 8.5.
Not bad. You gotta watch it, your door so it don't pop open. I'm gonna make a tab or a sticker or something. So there's the battery. just flip it over, hit off, press and hold, let go. Or you just press this one. Yeah, you just press it. Yeah, you just press, you don't have to press and hold. So remember to go up, down. You have to arm it. That's the way you arm it with throttle management, up, down. So we're going to have to do a series. Oh, wow, it really clipped something pretty hard. I don't know what it was.
The case left open.
Oh, no. When I was heating up the wire, I wasn't paying attention, and I heated up the prop. See it? I was putting my heat shrink on, so I heated up the prop. That's why I did that. Otherwise, this thing does not care. I wrecked into the walls. I wrecked into everything. I bounced very, very hard, and the wheels are not broken or damaged. Be careful. They can pop off the rim. Just pop them right back on. Like, it rolled. Like, on a smoother surface, it may go faster than what you've seen here. So, really nice. I could just literally take another battery, pop it in, and fly this for hours. And this is fun. So I like it. I think doing the modification is what's going to make this worthy, in my opinion. If I had to wait an hour and 20 minutes to fly this again, not to say that it isn't fun and it isn't cool, but I think being able to swap out batteries is a game changer for this. And I almost had to do it because, like I said, I'll see if it'll charge. I'll plug another battery back in because I didn't change any of the circuitry besides taking the battery off, you know, and putting a connector on it. So I'll see if maybe it'll charge a battery. If it does, I'll let you guys know. Maybe something was wrong or that battery was going bad. I don't know. But we'll have to test it, see if it charges it. Gave us plenty of flight time. I was rough on it. I was full throttle most of the time. So not bad at all. There's like something flying by me. And that's going to do it for this one. I know this video is a little long, but I really wanted to show you guys the modifications part of it. So you're getting a bonus in this video. So, you know, why not? So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.